Were you ever just standing or, basically chilling in your place and then out of nowhere, you see something like this, like a ghost figure appearing and disappearing really quick? If this thing never happened to you, well, it surely happened to some guys in the 90s. It all started in the late 90s in a medical engineering facility in the UK. See, this facility right here had a lot of scientists, okay? Basically doing their stuffs, experiments and all that. And at first, everything was okay until something happened. See, one day, one of the many scientists who used to work here was working, okay? He was writing something down. He decided to raise his head and then he saw something. He saw a tall gray figure like this. It looked like a ghost, and the moment he saw it, it immediately disappeared. Like every human being, obviously he freaked out. He couldn't believe what he saw and he immediately went to tell his friends. He went to everyone in this facility and started telling them that he saw a ghost. Obviously, at first, nobody believed him. They were like, bro, we don't believe in that stuff. He was like, oh, okay, well, all you gotta do is to look over there. Bro, stop your jokes. This is a working place, please. And stop pointing at that. What the hell is that? Yes, at some point, they all saw it and they all agreed what it looks like. Even the ones who didn't believe him at first. But this place pretty much became a haunted place. Nobody wanted to work here and everybody were pissing their pants. It even got worse when everybody learned that the facility they're in right now was built in the site of an old abandoned prison. They all thought that this figure right here that they decided to call the Shadow Man was actually one of the people who were in the prison and got unalived there. Now, when everybody was desperate and scared as hell from that thing, the Shadow Man, this guy kicked in. His name is Vic. See, Vic was one of the scientists who worked there, okay? He was one of them. And he never denied seeing that thing. He was like, okay, guys, I'm with you. I saw that thing. I just don't believe that it's a ghost. So when he said that, everybody else were like, bro, what is it then? The Moose Man? Who the hell is the Moose? No. That thing is not a ghost, okay? We can explain what we saw with science. Alright, bro. Respectfully, with all respect, shut the fuck up. That's a ghost. Despite most people being scared of even coming near to this place, Vic did not give a shit, okay? Because he believed that that thing he saw, the Shadow Man, was not a ghost. Now, one day, Vic was working in the lab, okay? He was working, and then he saw a tool vibrating, moving by itself. So at first, he didn't understand. He was like, bro, why is this thing moving by itself? He tracked it down and saw a fan. It was a fan that was recently installed in the lab. It didn't make any noise, but the movement speed kept vibrating things. When he saw this, he was like, oh, and he decided to call everybody. When everybody came to the lab, Vic was like, I knew that thing we kept seeing is not a ghost. I debunked everything, and I will explain why. See, the fan that was recently installed in the lab was moving at the frequency of 18.98 hertz. We all know that the human body can only hear from 20 to 20,000 hertz, right? Did you know that? I know that. Right, yes. Keep going. Okay, cool, but like I told you, 18 hertz is in fact something we cannot hear, like I told you, but we can still feel it. Okay, let him cook. We all know that fans at a certain speed make things around it vibrate, okay, especially small objects. But here's where everything makes sense. Our eyes are made of fluid, right? Okay? Yeah, we're definitely following. Keep going. Fluid in our eyes needs to be static in order for us to see. Yes, that's common knowledge, common sense. Come on. Here's the thing. That fan we installed is vibrating everything, including the fluid in our eyes. That's why we are seeing the Shadow Man. Okay? And I assume that everybody here knows that the corner of our eyes is the most sensitive. That's why you only see the Shadow Man in the corner. In reality, the Shadow Man is not, some kind of ghost. It's just the illusion that the vibration is giving you. And don't you find it weird that the Shadow Man only appears here in this lab next to this fan? Oh, hold on. Maybe. Yeah, no, that's a ghost. And this was the story of the Shadow Man. You see, Vic tried to explain it scientifically, but obviously not all people believed him. Some people believe that there is supernatural things that we don't know yet, including ghosts. And at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what side you pick, because we will all be scared if we saw something like that for the first time.